What's up, bro? Be prepared because the bad times are coming. The negative times are coming. In life, there is no way that you're going to go through life where everything is happy-go-lucky, everything is just great, everything is amazing. No, there's ups, there's downs. The same way that the sun is out, you can guarantee that the rain is going to come. And you're gonna need an umbrella. It's gonna be raining. There's gonna be risk. There's gonna be lightning. It could potentially get you out of this earth. So understand that the bad times are coming. Any grown man who has lived life and not, hidden in a room or whatever, any man who has gone through life, we have experienced the same things for the most part. Unless you were born into a rich family, unless, you just never had any real struggles in life. But if you are a grown man, 9 times out of 10, you've experienced all the things that we go through as men. For example, I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through, breakups, dead broke, addicted to drugs, out of shape, unconfident, didn't know how to talk to women too good, all that shit. But every situation that you're in that is negative, that is bad, it's going to wear on you mentally. There's going to be times where it's going to wear on you mentally. But you have to ask yourself this. Are you going to let it break you or are you going to let it build you? Because the negative times create character, okay? The man that I am today, confident, I know how to sell, I can talk to women, all this shit, right? I was created through the hard times. So anything that I go through that is negative, regardless of if it wears on me mentally or, if it feels like it's getting too tough, I always ask myself, are you going to let it break you or are you going to let it build you? Because in every negative situation, there's a lesson to be learned, okay? If you're going through a breakup, there's a lesson to be learned. I don't know why I feel like I got a hair in my mouth. If you're going through a breakup and it's your very first breakup, you've never been through a breakup, that's the worst thing you've experienced in your life, and you just think it's the end of the world. It's not. It's not. There is a lesson in that hard time that is going to build you into a stronger man. You needed that. You needed that breakup for whatever reason. You might not feel like you needed that in the moment, but looking back, it's going to be one of the best things that has ever happened to you. You needed that breakup. You needed to lose all your money. You needed to lose that job. You needed to get out of shape and see what it feels like to be, fat and unconfident. You needed to go through all of that. And every single time that you go through one of those things, the only person that's going to get it out, that's going to get you out of that situation is yourself. And you do that through your self-talk. If you don't talk to yourself in a positive way during the hard times, then you can guarantee yourself that you're going to stay stuck in that situation forever. If you don't know how to talk to women and you're like, damn, I don't know how to talk to women, I'm a loser, I suck, whatever the case may be, then you can guarantee yourself that you're going to be a loser that doesn't know how to talk to women for the rest of your life. But if you tell yourself, you know what, I don't like this, I don't like that I don't know how to talk to women. So what am I going to do about it? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to talk to more women and I'm going to be confident as fuck while I'm working on myself. If you don't like that job fired you, you either have the choice to let it break you or let it build you. By that, I mean, if you get fired from the job and you're like, damn, I suck, this job didn't even want me, I'm just going to, quit at life, then you're going to let it break you. But if you say, you know what, fuck those people. Those people didn't believe in me. Those people didn't think I was good enough to work the job, whatever the case may be. Or maybe it was something that you did that needs to be fixed. Maybe you were late every single day. And maybe that's the lesson that you had to learn the hard way, that you kept showing up late and, people do not like people who don't respect their time. So maybe that lesson in life was trying to teach you that you need to start respecting people's time. But let's just say they fired you for no reason. They were just hating on you, whatever the case may be. They just didn't like you. They didn't like your personality. They didn't like that you were confident. Because, you're going to go to jobs where people hate, because at the end of the day, what is a manager? A manager is just a human being and they have emotions too. They can feel envy too. So maybe they fired you and you're like, damn, how am I going to pay the bills? I just got fired. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You can let it break you or you can let it build you. And you have to talk to yourself in that moment and, push yourself forward. You have to push yourself forward because when you were a kid, guess what? Your mom was there to push you forward and tell you, you can do it, Timmy. You can do it, little Johnny. But when you're a grown man, you have to push yourself through that hard time. And it might get hard. There might be times where your mind is trying to pull you in a negative direction, telling yourself, damn, I don't think I can do this. Damn, why is this shit hard, right? But you have to talk to yourself positively and correct yourself in those moments where your mind is pulling you to a negative headspace. And you do that by doing things that, they build you. For example, working out. Anytime that you're feeling negative or anytime that you're having negative thoughts, you get in the gym, you push yourself, you keep working so that you can look yourself in the mirror and respect the man that you see and be able to tell yourself that I am the man that can make it happen. If you go through a breakup and it's your very first breakup, you should use that anger as motivation. You shouldn't get sad. You shouldn't sit there and cry about it. Anytime I've gone through a breakup, I'm not sitting there and crying about it. I'm not going to sit there and beat myself up. At the end of the day, understand that there's more women, but there was a lesson to be learned. There was a lesson to be learned because when that woman got with you, she thought you were the best option for her. She thought this is, unless she's just with you for the money. But if she genuinely loved you, if she genuinely desired you, she thought that you were the best thing that she could get, right? You were the best option. So she said, this is the most handsome man I can get. This is, this guy has money. This guy, he's adventurous. He's fun, whatever the case may be. Or, he's disciplined. And then you ended up getting addicted to drugs, or you ended up getting fat. You ended up losing your money, whatever the case may be. You should use that as motivation to get pissed off because anger is a great emotion to use, okay? You use your emotions. Don't let them use you. Don't let your anger get the best of you. Don't let sadness, take control of your mind. You use all of these emotions. You figure out what the lesson is. For example, if a woman left you because you got fat and out of shape, you should get pissed off at yourself because you let yourself get fat and out of shape. Because at a certain point, like I said at the beginning, she thought that you were the best option that she had. But as time went by, you started getting fat. She said, you know what? I think there's a better option out there. When a woman leaves you, it's because she thinks that there's a better option out there. And it doesn't matter what it is. Like a woman's not going to leave you if she trusts in your vision. She trusts that you're going to go wherever it is that you're going to go in life. But if you're not where you want to be just yet, and a woman first got with you, she believed in your vision. She believed in you enough to say, I want this guy to be my man. But as time went by, she stopped believing in you. And that should piss you off. And it's not to prove something to her. It's to prove it to yourself that you can reach your full potential. It's to prove it to yourself, to prove it to the people that you love, not to prove it to some woman, not to prove it to people who hate on you. It's to prove it to yourself. And you should use that anger as motivation. You should take that anger and use it the same way you grab a sword by the handle, you're using it to your advantage. But if you grab it by the blade, you're going to cut yourself. So use it to your advantage. Get pissed off that she left you. Get pissed off that you allowed yourself to get to a point to where she stopped believing in you. Whether, you lost all your money and she said, yeah, I don't think this guy is, going to be as rich as he says he's going to be. Or you got fat and out of shape and she's like, yeah, I don't think this guy's as disciplined as he says he is. Or you got addicted to drugs and she's like, yeah, I think this guy's going to be a bum forever. And there's better options out there. And that should piss you off that you allowed yourself to get to that point. It should fill you with anger, and not an anger to where you're going to sit there and take it out on other people. It's an anger that you use to become a better version of yourself. Every single bad situation that you go through has a lesson to build you into a better man. I'm telling you that right now, as a man who's been through a lot of shit, and I'm sure there's still a lot more shit that I have to go through because I'm only 25 and there's a lot of life ahead of me. There's a lot more bad things that are going to happen. And some people might think that's pessimistic, but no, that's being a realist. If you're going to live a long life, you're going to go through a lot of bad shit. And you have to ask yourself, are you going to let it break you, or are you going to let it build you? Because look back at every single thing that you've been through that is bad and realize that you're still here today. You're still here today. You're still alive. You're still pushing forward. So realize that when you're in the midst of a bad situation, when you're in the middle of the storm, realize that you've been through all that other shit and you're still alive. So even though your mind might be trying to play tricks on you and make it seem like it's the end of the world, it's not. It's there to build you. It's there to make you a better man. But that's your choice. Are you going to let it make you? Are you going to choose to let that situation make you a better man? Or are you going to choose to let it break you? If that job fires you, are you going to choose to just be homeless and never work again because you're not good enough? If a woman rejected you, are you going to choose to tell yourself that you're a loser and you're never going to be able to talk to women and no woman ever wants you and you're an incel forever and you're going to be a virgin your whole life? Or are you going to say, you know what, I'm going to become the smoothest motherfucker on earth? That woman that rejected me, shit, she's going to wish she accepted my offer, right? If a woman leaves you, you either have the option to say, damn, I'm going to become fat. I'm going to, just cry about that chick my entire life. Or you could say, you know what? I'm going to get in better shape. I'm going to get more money. I'm going to become a better man so I can have more options and prove to myself that I can reach my full potential. So ask yourself that question. Go ahead and drop a like and leave a comment. Are you going to let it break you, or are you going to let it build you?